I went to Nigeria in March of this year, 2025. The primary purpose of my visit was business. This is the result of it. Road trip to Ondo State, Nigeria, and that's me eating some dodokire. It's a popular plantain snack eating. Like I really like it. Anyway, so took the Okada with a motorcycle down to a farm, an uncle's farm actually. It's a big ass farm, and so eventually, but getting to the place, bruv, was a long tin, especially with the dusty, damaged road. So we drove down to a certain point here, and then took the motorbike for the rest of it. And now we're actually at the farm over there. So it's you got some works happening on the farm already, and that's just me right there in the green t-shirt, just talking, basically discussing the whole logistics of it, like, the plot of it. It's see, like, all that expands over there, that's the length and the breadth of it. It's a big yard. Just talking about, what's planted. So it's cassava, palm oil, so that's like, just a showcase basically of cassava being planted, and just being explained to myself how exactly cassava comes about. So it's just the stalk here put into the ground, and that's the final result. You get your cassava. I was zoomed in right there. Yeah, it was a good learning experience. Actually, it was definitely good that I actually went down over there. It was a last minute decision thing. Well, planning for a long time, yeah, but last minute decision thing, and a huge amount of peas into it as well. But thank God for his provision, and that's just the people walking in it, and my uncle as well in the grey. It was very, very helpful. Like, it's good to actually have someone you trust who's like with you over there. And that's just, me dirty, like going down there was a dirty tin, that's all dust and dirt from on the Okada, the motorbike. Yeah, it was just a long tin in itself. But yeah, so like just venturing downstairs, yeah, like actually stopped by some village, which is not my village, mind you, but it's quite interesting that 2025 you've got places like this actually still existing. But that's the beauty in travel. But just stopped by this place, and there's a fruit called agbalumo, and for the first time in this tree I actually got to see it from its source. It's a tree. I actually never knew it was from a tree, and we got a lot from it. Next stage then, it's a different day, went to a quarry actually. Initially the guy didn't want to let us in, but my actual interest was in checking out limestone quarries actually, but apparently it's not in the area we went to. This one is specifically granite, if I'm not mistaken, and it's a Chinese company actually owns this, but it was closed initially, shut down for the day. But the good man was actually kind enough to let us in, because he explained that just leaving back to Lagos that day, and appreciate it, and like just let us in, just explain the show, us around and all. Insightful within itself, but it's quite a motivation actually seeing these things in person. Like the grand scheme of things, because like I mentioned, lots of opportunities. Like, I'm just thinking, right, that Nigeria's got lots of natural resources which are untapped, sadly, and the government's focusing primarily on just crude oil and what's called now LPG, but in its agricultural section, the natural commodities as well, like gold and whatnot, it's untapped resources which are not fully utilized. Just an opportunity, I guess. It's a hard terrain in itself, yeah, Nigeria, but obviously there's opportunity, obviously, where there's problem as well. Olympus is the hotel we stayed in at Akure, Ondo State. I highly recommend it if you ever go there. And yeah, just this like the night street, enjoy the terrain for a last day, get some snack at the side of the road. It's, if you ever do visit Lagos, Akure, Ondo, whatever, Nigeria, basically, be sure actually don't just go to the posh big 5-star restaurants, enjoy the local delicacies as well, and side road shop tins, CR and stuff on the road as well. Like, you might get a belly upset, that's for sure, but it's worth the taste. Well, if you're not allergic, obviously. Yeah, so go back to Vegas right there. Sadly, I haven't got much clips. I was actually with the CEO of Vic Hollad Group, and just showing me the terrain as well. Just I think it's like around Ikeja, Maryland area, the Maryland Bridge or something, and just showing me like new developments. That's his new yard being done, not personal, and just explaining like how everything goes and getting it done, going into it, everything that goes into it. Sorry.
So this is where the building starts. It takes a whole lot of money. This alone has cost me close to 2 million. And we're doing 140. So it's going to serve as a foundation.
Then obviously, what's it called now? So Lagos, Lagos State, Ondo State, and Abuja, or FCE. So that was the day leaving for Abuja. Just meeting up with a family friend as well, who's a business person. He's got his business primarily at Abuja, deals with real estate and IT consultancy, trying to get into crude oil as well. I guess that's the gold in Nigeria, really, crude oil, But anyway, so driving down to the airports, the local airports, you've got two different airports, yeah, you've got international airports, obviously international places, and local airport, which is just your local regions. And even in local airport, you've got two different places as well, depending on what flight you take it. So I actually drove to the wrong airport over here, but still eventually found a way eventually. It's very handy to have a car when you're in Nigeria, because if you're there for a bit, it could be quite a amount of money being spent on the Uber.
That was such a fake ass smile.
Yeah, so definitely handy to get a car. And obviously, if you're not able to drive yourself, I love driving, so I got used to driving over there. Then get someone who could drive you. A mad backstory, because initially, yeah, I actually got a different flight, yeah, airline that is, I forget the name, G Africa Ventures or something, G Africa airline or something, but they did a madness, fam. Eventually I had to get Airpiece instead, cancelled at that last minute, like the very day of the flight, the very day, fam, like 3 or 4 hours before the flight cancelled. Eventually I had to get Airpiece for the next day, or 2 days after, sorry. I didn't get much clips for Abuja, but that's just a shot right there. Went golfing. I've been golfing in Ireland, yeah. I haven't been to golf in the UK. Well, I suppose in the UK, Northern Ireland and Republic of Ireland, but it's been okay. But I actually enjoyed more so the golfing of Abuja, Nigeria. It was quite big, quite natural, so to speak, and very, very fun. A lot of competition going on, and meeting like some influential persons as well, because those government aides and elites, and actually some, is a lawyer, a magistrate, whatever. My mum was driving a Lamborghini down to the place in Murcielago. Yeah. Yeah, that's it anyway.